Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Do We Know Them, episode 336. Lily's back in one piece with all her limbs, allegedly.
My limbs, yes. My belongings, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, those are replaceable, thank God.
But the pictures and the videos aren't.
Guys, if you don't know, Lily, unfortunately, but also not surprisingly, because this is a very Coachella thing to have happened, I do fear. She lost her phone. She didn't lose it.
I was like, don't be rude. Well, so here, it was kind of a combination of both. Like, it's partially my fault, but then, like, they're fucking assholes. If you are familiar with my Coachella history, you might remember that in 2017, I lost my phone.
Yeah.
Correction, it was stolen, like blatantly stolen out of my bag when I was not looking.
Chasing the person?
No, because that was the next year.
Okay, at this point, I need you to get one of those things. Have you seen the anti-theft cases that have like a fucking...
I Googled them before we went, and I was like, you know what? I don't need that.
No, you need that. You need it welded to your body.
I know. Here's what happened. In 2017, it was like we were leaving from the headliner, and it's like when you're leaving at the end of the set, and it's like the last night, everyone is just like, it's like a stampede of people and they're all like shoved up against you. And I had a backpack on and my phone had died like an hour earlier. So it was just in there and I wasn't paying attention. And someone unzipped my backpack, took that out, left everything else, and then zipped it back up. And I didn't realize until I was in the cab that it was gone.
Yikes.
So that was very unfortunate. Then the following year.
Coachella sounds so fun.
It is. The thing is, it sucks because I feel like 98% of the people probably you meet are like so nice. Like, oh, want me to take your picture? Do you need anything? Like, are you okay? And then 2% are
phone stealers.
Well, so this next year, that specifically is what happened. There are people that go to festivals with like, that is their main goal. They buy a ticket so they can go steal a bunch of phones and then they make a bunch of money and yeah. So Nicole, our editor at Clever and one of my friends, we were all in something called the Do Lab, where it's just like a stage that's like its own kind of lineup. It's not on the main lineup and it's just like techno at all times. So we were waiting for Beyonce to go on. We go to the Do Lab. We're like kind of just like zoning out. We're really tired, dancing a little. And Nicole feels someone try and grab her phone out of her pocket. And it wasn't like, oh, I think that's like, she definitely felt someone trying to grab her phone. And so then she like she turns around, looks at all of us and she's like, he just tried to steal my phone. And it's this middle-aged man. And then I reached in my pocket and didn't feel my phone and was like, what the fuck, not again. Because this was the next year after I had lost it the previous year. So I was like, oh, you messed with the wrong one today. So I, against better judgment, went up to this man and started screaming at him. And I was like, where the fuck is my phone? And I got so aggressive.
There's the Aries.
Yep. Yeah. He started pulling phones out of his pockets and being like, this one?
I'm so fucking dead. Not him taking out all his stolen inventory.
He literally showed me 3 until I finally was like, where the fuck is my phone? And then he shoves me and starts running. I was like, oh, no, you don't. So then I start chasing him through this crowd at the Do Lab, which is mostly like a bunch of these big yoked guys that are all like in tank tops, just like on drugs probably.
Oh my God.
And I chase after him. It was just a sight to behold, I'm sure. Because then Chelsea, our other friend, starts going with me. Nicole said she's left behind. Like, what's going on? Where did they go?
I'll be like, you guys go. I mean, I wish you well. Goodbye.
She said that she could see like we had both black rimmed hats on. The hats
you and your fucking
like,
hat, bro. You and your hat against the world.
Truly. He had one of those drawstring backpacks, so I like was grabbing it at the top because like you can't like wriggle out of that, you know? So I'm like trying to hold him back. He had a partner that was helping him with all of this. I get side-checked by that guy. So I like fall back for a minute.
Oh
Chelsea then takes over, grabs the bag. She ends up with like a bloody finger because it gets like caught in the stuff. But she gets the bag from him, hands it to Nicole. I still am trying to chase after the guy because I'm like, fuck no, you're not getting away with this. And I'm screaming to everyone. They're like, this guy stole my phone.
Bro, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but like I would pay good money for security footage of that. Like I would pay.
Oh, trust me, I would too. We were like probably chasing him for like a good 2 solid minutes before anyone jumped in. And then they did. And some guy gets him in a headlock. But then in the midst of this headlock, my arm is caught in between his neck and the arm of the guy. And I am at this point like, oh, well, my arm's gonna break. I'm going to the hospital. This was a horrible idea. I should have just let him go. What were you thinking? Out of nowhere, another huge guy, jaws of life, opens up
Your crushed
the
arm.
arm from the headlock, and I can get it out, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my
arms are so
God.
flimsy, it would have snapped right in half.
So if you had the bag, then you didn't need to still chase the guy, right?
Technically not, I guess, but
You were just
know,
the
justice
sensitivity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea's actually a radio host. Following this entire incident on her radio show, what is it, 97.1? AM. It's AM radio. So they talked about it one morning, and then the next day they got the guy that like released me
to call in
from the headlock situation. He called in.
I was just there enjoying the music, and then I saw two guys kind of getting a little scuffle, and they kind of bumped into me, and I was like, all right, well, wasn't really expecting that, you know, and all of a sudden I saw, I don't know what girl it was, it might have been the other hero. She had an arm caught in the tangle of everybody kind of getting into the whole situation. So I jumped in, freed the lady's arm, and then the guy was telling me that he stole his wallet and his phone as well, so I put him in a headlock.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you were the one that put him in a headlock. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it too hard. I didn't want to hurt him. I was just trying to make sure that he didn't get away. So I just held him down until security got there. They got there not too long after, and we put him in handcuffs.
That's awesome.
But so I back up when I'm freed from the scuffle, and I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? And I look in my backpack, and I see that my phone is actually in my backpack. And my heart drops.
Oh my God.
Like,
I don't remember that plot twist. My memory doesn't serve me.
I
and
literally,
I'm
I
glad
go,
because wow, what a plot twist.
I go, oh no. Oh, I'm like in my head I'm
Well, I mean,
spiraling.
he's still a phone stealer.
True, but at the time I was just thinking like you had these guys tackle this man when he didn't steal your phone, and like,
Well, you just don't tell anybody that you found your phone.
well, so immediately I go up to Nicole, who's holding the backpack, and I didn't realize, but I was like, we need to leave right now.
Oh my God.
And she's like, what? I was like, right now we need to leave.
Oh my fucking
And
God.
I was planning on just running away. But then she opens the backpack and finds 50 plus phones and wallets
yeah, he's a
that he
piece
had
of shit,
stolen.
so it's good that you tackled
So,
him.
yeah, so I was a vigilante phone hero thief.
Love that.
Vigilante phone thief hero. There we
Yes.
go. That was in 2018. 2019, everything went off fine. No problems there. Then last year, also, everything was fine. This year, I was filming a lot because I didn't film that much last year, and I wanted to get a bunch of vlog footage and stuff. So I'd filmed like on our way out and in the car and like the drive in, and then I did the tent tour and all of this shit. That was Thursday. Then I filmed a bunch of stuff Friday. We went on the Ferris wheel for the first time. Don't recommend. Really anticlimactic, and it was super fast. But I saw James Charles while we were waiting in line for the Ferris wheel. I texted Jessie and I said, "Mom, guess who I just saw?" And she was like, "Who? James Charles?"
Literally,
like,
that was my only thought.
Yes, that was actually, yes. He had come over to get like his Ferris wheel picture, and there was a crowd of people around him, and we're like in this long line because the Ferris wheel people had like disappeared, and we waited. It was a whole thing. We were there for like 20 minutes and then finally left. But while we're waiting there, James Charles is taking these pictures, and he's having them all like, I mean, they're all asking for pictures with him, but then I have to assume that the reason they would all start screaming and jumping around him in like a little herd was because I think he was filming TikToks with them.
Were they of age? Just have to ask.
Hopefully. But
my
I'm
God.
literally in this line, like very loudly going, oh my God, does someone want to go tell them that he texts nudes to 14-year-olds?
You would say that very, very loudly, and I'd be like, oh
I
my
did,
God,
I
Lily,
did.
stop. No, but really, for him to just parade around like that, like, it's not right. Something is just very sinister about it.
I was already annoyed by the Ferris wheel people just like bailing and not being there and not giving us an update. And then I hear all of these people screaming because of James Charles. So I text Jessie. I was like, I got us some boots on the ground footage.
Oh, that's all gone.
Then Saturday rolls around. I get a bunch more pictures. Thank God Bose took my outfit pictures that day, so didn't lose those. Then cut to about 9 p.m. and I get some spicy pie, which is the pizza they have there. I ate so much spicy pie this weekend. I think I told Jessie, I think I've gained 10 pounds. I had to have used my phone there to buy it because I don't have a debit card.
Oh my God.
So I used that. And then immediately after, I went to go meet Bose right around the corner, maybe a minute away, because she was waiting in line for a photo booth that we had wanted to go in earlier, but there was a line constantly. So I was like, wait in line, I'll get my pizza. By the time I get back, it'll be done. I was correct. We go take pictures in the photo booth. Here's the picture. I must have set it down while we were in there, or it like fell out of my backpack or something. But then we left after that because Bieber was going on at like 11:45, but we can go back to the camp and like golf cart and change and do whatever. So we leave out of an entrance, probably took us like 20 minutes by the time we got on the golf cart. 3 minutes into the golf cart ride, I noticed that my phone is not in my backpack.
No.
And I was like, oh no, where could it be? And then I remembered I just used it at Spicy Pie, so it couldn't be that far. And she's like, you probably left it in the photo booth. So we immediately go back. It had been literally maybe 30 minutes tops. And also, the people in line for the photo booth, this was in the VIP section, first of all. But then also, the people in the line for this are all girls. So, like, a man, I would expect this from. But a girly? Like, are you kidding? You're going to take my phone and ruin my weekend? You bitch. Like, what the fuck? And it was a very small photo booth. It wasn't like no one saw it. Like, I bet you the people immediately after us saw it and they, guess what? Immediately turned the phone off because Bose called it and it wouldn't ring. She called it like 7 times in a row. No rings, nothing. My last location matched up with like, it was at like 9/11 because I shared my location with Bose. So then it showed up on her phone. The last time it updated was 9/11.
Weird, God, how sinister.
I know. And by the time I noticed, it was like 9:40.
So one of the girls in the photo booth line likely took it. Yep. I mean, we are being presumptuous, but that's the most likely situation.
I mean, I don't know who else would have taken it. My theory has to be that there was a man involved. So like maybe she took it and then gave it to someone.
Maybe you dropped it on the way to the photo booth from Spicy Pie.
That's like 15 feet. So like,
could happen. Do you put it in your pocket?
It could have. I didn't have a pocket.
Oh God, where'd you put it?
In my backpack because I was wearing a dress.
Okay.
Or I was holding it probably under my plate of pizza. And then when I got in the photo booth, I think I probably set it down and then.
Too much going on.
I know. So partially, yes, my fault. Stupid. Shouldn't have set it down. Shouldn't have left it there. But also, be a good person. Turn it in. There's a lost and found right there. So we went to the bar. We went to Spicy Pie. We went to the lost and found. Nothing. And I was handling it pretty well.
Until
the beginning, for the beginning. But then once it started to set in that it was gone, and then when I looked and saw all of my pictures and videos from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday were all gone except for 3 that randomly had updated via iCloud, and they were like not even good ones. Then it hit, and I was just like, oh my God. I was so mad at myself. Oh my God. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you guys don't know, Lily in crisis is a crier. She will cry 100%.
It depends on the type of crisis. Because in the midst of the crisis, I was like,
like on
going
it.
Like I was really on it. But then once it set in that there was nothing I could do, it was like a spiral. Yeah. So much so
sad.
that I'm ashamed to say this and I'm mad at myself, but also like, I know it was the right decision at the time for me. We didn't go to Bieber.
Oh my God, you didn't?
I was like that upset. I mean, he didn't go on till 11:45. I think I fell asleep.
So you basically missed that whole night. And Bose did too?
Well, she doesn't really love Justin Bieber, so she would have gone alone if she wanted to. She was trying to convince me to go. She's like, come on, like, you'll feel better. And I was like, honestly, you know, when you're in that kind of mood where it's like, no, I won't. And then it's just gonna like, I'm just gonna be like standing there like pissed off. If you didn't know, like that was my main draw for wanting to go was Bieber and Sabrina. Luckily, I did see Sabrina, who brought out Madonna.
That is crazy.
And when I tell you, it was like a spirit. It was like, whoa, 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 what's going on? And then they started singing like a prayer.
When I saw that on TikTok, I was like, damn, Lily really got lucky. That's crazy.
It was insane. And she didn't even bring out a guest, I don't think.
No, she did not.
It was amazing. Both of them sounded phenomenal.
Well, speaking of stealing, did you see that Madonna, it came out that Madonna says that somebody stole all like her outfits that she was wearing and they're like vintage. And she's
super
pissed.
Weird, yeah.
And then someone commented and said, wasn't Kim Kardashian there? Because remember, she did the Madonna, not Madonna, what was it? Marilyn Monroe. Like she likes to wear vintage pieces. I was like, I don't think Kim Kardashian's out here stealing Madonna's clothes.
No. That's weird though. It had to be like a worker or something, I would think.
Maybe. I just think.
Like who would have access to that?
That drugs and people don't mix well and everybody starts stealing shit. I don't know. I don't like it.
But that's the thing. It's like festival people a lot of the time are the opposite. And it's like they're so like generous and like so nice.
The plur,
and like
plur, the whole, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Peace, love, unity, something.
Respect.
There you go.
Yeah, they were missing all those motherfuckers in that
I was like,
photo booth.
none of those were present. Before we go any further, we have a word from our sponsor, ZocDoc.
Raise your hand if you've been putting off a dental cleaning, an annual checkup, perhaps, you know, an OBGYN appointment, any appointment for that matter. Oh, Lily's hands up. Uh-oh. Yeah, usually I like to just like doom scroll my symptoms, diagnose myself, you know, all very helpful things, but not anymore because ZocDoc has truly changed my life. It is the one and only reason I actually regularly go to the dentist now because I found my most amazing dentist through ZocDoc. And that's because ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book quality in-network doctors so that you can find someone you love.
I'm a little overdue for an appointment, so I need to get on ZocDoc. I do hate calling, and ZocDoc fixes that anxiety because you don't have to. You just put in your zip code code, your symptom or whatever kind of doctor you're looking for, and your insurance, and it filters through and gives you all of your options. I think they have over 150,000 providers that you can choose from across all 50 states. And then their schedule pops up right on screen and you can book right there and don't even have to call. And they're usually available within 24 to 72 hours, sometimes even same day.
And you could view thousands of verified patient reviews to give you a real sense of who your doctor is. And this is really helpful because you know what you're getting into before you get into it. It's always awkward when you go into the room and you realize, I don't know if I like this doctor. I don't know if they're right for me.
And like I said, there's 150,000 providers. So that covers dermatology, dentistry, primary care, eye care, or one of the other 200 plus specialties that they offer on ZocDoc.
So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and head over to ZocDoc.com/GWKT to find and instantly book a doctor that you love today.
That's ZocDoc.com/DWKT, ZocDoc.com/DWKT.
And thank you so much to ZocDoc for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast. No, honestly, that is so unfortunate. I will say I would be absolutely destroyed. Like, that is so shitty. And especially in the moment you're still at the festival, like, you're like, what the fuck? Now I don't have a phone. Like, that is so shitty.
Here's the crazy part.
Oh,
so my witch
there yet?
powers, for some reason, told me, and this was, I didn't even bring it because I thought I would lose my phone. I brought it like on the off chance I like might want another camera that I could like set up as like a time lapse or something. I brought my old phone with me.
That is a slay, I will say.
So I got on Sunday, we reactivated it and transferred it over. Oh, and then I was going to do like a more thorough breakdown because I have videos and a bunch of screenshots. But to give you a brief overview, the location didn't update on that phone until I woke up the next morning. It had updated at 4:30 a.m. Guess where it was? IYKYK, which is an hour away. So I was like, so they turned it off and they left. It was at a La Quinta Inn. I just kept staring at it like, what the fuck? And I turned it on like lost mode, but it has to be turned on to like initiate it. But it has still never been turned on, allegedly. It was basically like pending that it was in lost mode. So like the message you have it say on the screen wouldn't have come up. Although I did change it a few times. It cycled between the basic, I lost my phone, please call this number, to thanks for ruining my weekend. I know you're at the La Quinta Inn. Hope you're having
Oh my God. Oh boy.
So Monday, we're on our way back, and IYKYK and the La Quinta Inn are right off the 10 freeway, which we have to take to get back to LA. And I saw a sign for IYKYK, and I was like, look at Bose. I was like, out of curiosity.
Oh my God.
Want to do like a drive-by? Just see how sketchy it looks. And she's like, absolutely I do, Lily.
Oh my God. She's way more down than me. I'd be like, girl, the phone is lost. We just thought we'll get you a new one.
Well, she does body cam footage for one of her channels. So she's like full on like, oh my God, this is an investigation.
What does she think? She's Dog the Bounty Hunter?
We pull off the freeway, get to this La Quinta Inn, and she's like, let's go inside.
Oh
and I was
no.
like,
oh hell fuck no.
and say what?
Yeah, you guys could literally have died. Like, they could have been psychopaths.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
But so we go inside. At this point, it had updated more recently, and it said like it is 300 feet or 500, not even, it was like 300 feet away from us. We go into the hotel. The front desk guy, Bose, is like, we have a crazy question for you. And he's like, I've got a crazy answer. We're like, oh, well, get ready.
I don't know if you do, buddy.
This man let us casually roam the halls of the La Quinta.
Oh, slay. Couldn't you have done that anyway?
I guess.
Is La Quinta Inn locked down? Like, you know what I mean?
No, but like most hotels, they don't want like randoms like walking up and down the hallways if you're not staying
How are they
there.
gonna know I don't stay there? You know what I mean? I feel like you could walk through most hotels.
It certainly isn't like a nice enough. It's not like Vegas where you need the key to get up.
Exactly. To like get each elevator has a different key. I don't think so.
Exactly. So it was not very big. There's only 3 floors. So he's like, go ahead, have fun. We're like, okay, thanks. So we also look, I mean, I'll just speak for myself. I look haggard, and I was having like my eye issues where it looks like I was having an allergic reaction. So my eyes are like swollen. I have a hat on. I'm just like,
great.
Oh my God, looked like a troll. But we are going up and down these hallways and looking at the phone and seeing that at one point, and I don't remember where, like what floor it was exactly, but at one point we are close enough that it says updated now. So the timing was literally in that moment, and it said location with you. So we were like close enough that it thought that I had my phone again. So we were like right outside the room. And I have all these screenshots. I made a whole timeline.
Oh, brother.
Literally from 140 to 143, they left the hotel because suddenly it jumps to say they're 500 feet away, and the address changes to the Arco station that's like right next to the hotel.
Gotta get in the car.
Oh my God, they fled. So we jump in the car. drive over there.
Never do this, by the way. Like, never.
No, bad
In your
idea.
fucking
Stupid.
life.
Then it says we're 60 feet away and we're like looking around. Bo's even asked two people that had like Coachella stuff on still. And she's like, were you in the VIP section?
I'm so fucking...
And then I'm like delirious at this point, and I like have my window rolled down. I was like, you can keep the phone. I just want the picture.
I'm so... Oh my God, what a mess.
I have insurance on the phone, by the way. Oh, and also, since I did have my old phone, I randomly on that new phone they'd given me like a complimentary like second line, which I didn't really want, but it was like a better deal if I took it. So remember how I would accidentally call you from that number sometimes?
Yes, I do.
So I had two numbers that were active on that phone. So I only switched over my main number in hopes of if I left the other number, it could get cell service. So then if they did turn it on, it would connect to iCloud and I could get my pictures and videos.
Oh my God.
That hasn't happened yet. I don't think it's going to.
So do they just never turn it on? What's the whole gag here? Like, what do they do? What's the business model?
I know. There's these like boxes, I guess you can put in, or cases that like block the signal.
Oh.
I don't know if they like saw that we were trailing them, because also then we did proceed to catch up with them on the freeway so that we were only
What
like...
was your plan if you did find them?
Call the police.
Okay, well, what if they like ran?
We weren't planning to approach them. We
You
just
were
wanted
gonna
to find
do
out
part
where they
two
were.
of chasing and grabbing a backpack. That's what I really think
Well,
would have
no,
happened.
because we weren't gonna like, for example, if we had figured out what room they were in the hotel, it's not like we were gonna knock, but we needed to have the room number to be able to tell the police where to even go, because
Okay.
like they're not gonna search every room at the La Quinta Inn.
Right.
You know? That was our loose plan. We then get them at another address that was like another 25 minutes away, but it was like a span of address. The location was no longer specific. It was approximate. So it was like not super helpful. And then the updates started getting more and more sporadic. And then we finally just had to give up.
Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a literal fucking nightmare. Holy shit.
Bose was posting updates on her story, and the responses were like, you can't leave us hanging. What
Oh
happened?
my God. I mean, props to her for being really, I guess, because it is dangerous. I actually don't know if I want to give her props for that, but you had a lot of fight in you after a weekend of a lot
I
of
wanted those
energy
pictures in the
exerted.
video. I was like, I didn't.
You said, I need to make the vlog for Patreon. I
was like,
appreciate
I
that.
vlogged for no reason?
I
What do you mean?
appreciate that. Wait, so you have no footage of the safari tent?
I did a very limited tour of our insulation situation,
Okay,
but
well,
it was
come on,
such a
that's
mess
something.
at that point. And actually, I haven't checked my footage. I had my 360 camera, so I might have done a walkthrough with that as well.
Okay.
I need to check and see what's on there. But in terms of like talking to the camera, that wasn't the camera we were using.
Okay.
Then any like just pictures of us and stuff. Like I texted Bose today. I was like, I don't have any pictures of us.
Oh, man.
And she has like a couple. We have the fucking photo booth one. I'm like, what? That's tainted. That's actually cute, but
Wait, so when it was showing that the phone was with you, were you in front of a room?
I guess.
Like, if I was at
But,
the Quinta Inn or whatever, I would have already just called the police. I would have said, it's right around here. Bang on all those doors.
In an ideal world, you can have it play a sound, but it has to be on to play the sound. So that wasn't working either. At this point, it remains at 14318 Ramona Boulevard in Baldwin Park.
Not the doxing. Wait, is that like potentially their address?
No, it is a taco place called King Taco.
Wait. I'm
So
very
I think they're in a
confused.
parking lot.
Well, that's very unfortunate. But overall, if you had to like rate your overall experience, did you have fun?
If we eliminated Saturday from the equation,
Well, no, we
I would
can't
say
eliminate it. It's got to be like the whole package, the whole shebang.
Sunday was so fun that it like
Okay.
made up for it.
Okay,
It felt
that's
like,
good.
do you FKA Twigs? We're in the car and Bose was like saying she wanted to see her. And I was like, the only thing I know about her is that she once dated Shia LaBeouf and that she once dated Robert Pattinson.
Don't know
So I was
anything
like,
about that. I was
music-wise,
gonna tell you, bless
no
you.
clue.
When you said the name, I didn't even know.
No clue who she was. Well, musically at least. So Bose plays me a song and it's like super slow and like gorgeous voice, but it was just like pretty low energy. And I was like, okay, and like, I guess we go. Oh my God. It was like one of the best performances we saw all weekend.
my
And it was
gosh.
not low energy at all. So much dancing. It was phenomenal. Highly recommend seeing her if you can.
Did you see Zara Larson?
Well, she didn't perform. She was just there.
No, she did perform. With,
She wasn't on the lineup.
No, she
Oh, did
was
she
on the
do
line.
it?
She was
Was
a
she a
surprise
guest?
guest with Blackpink, is it? Or just Pink? I don't know. Something.
There was
Not
one
Pink.
girl
Pink is
from
not
Blackpink.
that's a
Yeah,
very
no,
different
not
person.
Pink. We saw Cascade the last night. That was like the last set of the night. And I have a lot of videos from that. If you have epilepsy or anything, I would not recommend watching them.
Oh no, I wouldn't recommend you go to Coachella. Jesus, every
Yeah,
video
no,
I see, I'm like,
honestly,
wow.
no, the lights flashing was insane. Sabrina was definitely one of the highlights. The Madonna thing was just like unreal.
I have to say though, it was very disappointing to see the crowd from me at home. Everybody is just like this on their phone. Nobody was dancing in the immediate area, and not even in like, if you look back, like tens of thousands of people, everybody's just there like this. Is it because they're on drugs, or is it because they're dead inside? I don't know.
It's weird. It depends on what you go to. I guess Sabrina, I would say, I mean, I'm not a dancer. I'm more of like a bopper or a swayer.
Side stepper, like that lady's mom, Tracy's mom. Yeah.
Exactly. Just moving and grooving.
Yeah.
I feel like Sabrina's not like super dancey music necessarily.
No, but like remember at her concert, like I looked like somebody just put, those fucking, is it adrenaline, or like when somebody's about to die or something and you put the adrenaline in and whatever. I look like I took like 7 of those. Like I was screaming my head off. I was just like experiencing it just spiritually. I felt like there wasn't anybody doing that. It has to be the drugs. Has to be.
I think it's a lot of people like just feel like they're too cool, or they aren't familiar. Like there's some people that we saw that I was enjoying it and I was like bopping along to it, but like I didn't know any of the words, so it's not like I could sing along.
I think also the phone thing, like because you're focusing on your phone versus like actually look at them, because you have to make sure they're in the shot, and I feel like just you're paying attention to that, and it's just very sad looking. Like it looks like just a doomed like sea of people.
Yeah, I had filmed like a couple short clips of when Madonna came out, and I filmed a couple other Sabrina ones a little earlier because I was going to send them to you. When Madonna came out, Bose was like, "Put your phone down, Lily. We need to be in the moment."
Literally, yes,
and
that's me
it was
at every
honestly
concert.
No, it was so cool though, and it was like I feel like usually when the guests come out, like you immediately recognize them, or it's like super obvious. And this, it was like. It was during Juno was the transition. It was like, have you tried this one? I knew that she was going to do something because she did that weird like gong thing, which I didn't know what that was all about the weekend before. It was some reference.
There's some symbolism there, but I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, it definitely was from something, but I just had no idea. So I was expecting her just to do something. And then she brings out Madonna, but it was after, I don't even know what song. It was some kind of like voguing. And like, it wasn't clear right off the bat that it was Madonna. And then she came out, they sang that for a little bit. And then she did this kind of like, in my opinion, a little too long of a little speech talking about astrology. And
Madonna did? I didn't see that.
Oh my God. It was like a good 5 to 10 minutes long.
What? Oh my God. Thank God TikTok cut that out.
Yeah, I was like, wrap it up, lady.
Push it down and just everybody have a good time together, right? So I am thrilled to be a part of that healing experience we do together. Yeah. And I just want to say four lines from my Confession song, okay? It goes like this. Can we get together? I really want to be with you. Come on, check it out with me. I hope you feel the same way too.
But then after that, she did Like a Prayer, and oh my God. We thought she was going to leave after the speech situation, and then they started singing, and she sounded so good, and I feel like my eyes need some work. But Bose was saying she was like cheesing the whole time, because it was apparently like 20 years since she performed at Coachella for the first time.
Well, I mean, no, I would have killed
amazing
to see that. Not the astrology rant, not gonna lie, but everything
No, literally,
else.
I was like, okay, come on, wrap it up. We're on a time crunch. But no, the performances themselves were good.
Well, that's good, I think. I'm sorry and congratulations.
Yeah, Bose was like, next year is gonna be our year.
I'm so fucking dead. You just keep trying.
I know, because last year I didn't really talk about it, but I had just like a lot of hiccups. Like Max had dug out of my yard.
Yeah.
There was like a whole thing, and it like put a damper on the whole weekend.
I feel like that's me with Vegas. Like I feel like I just keep trying. I'm like, I know it could be the best weekend of my life, and you just keep going.
I think it's also that I've had such good weekends there before where nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I
You're
just need
chasing
one of
that.
those again. I do think we can catch it one of these times.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, we had 2 topics, but that was pretty much our first topic, wasn't it?
Sorry.
Lily's phone stolen at Coachella. I love it. I think it's great.
I mean, I thought it was pretty entertaining.
Oh, no,
Lily
absolutely.
tracks phone thief hours away.
Again, part
through-
2, because you've done that before.
Yep.
I mean, wow, we have so many options for titles. Before we continue, we really quickly want to thank our next sponsor, and that's Flamingo.
Flamingo is a brand I've actually been using for a while. I love them because they have the 5 blades. That is a crucial point for me because I feel like 3 blades doesn't do that much. I want to feel like a naked mole rat, and I need it to be extra smooth. And this might sound silly, but like they do have a very sturdy handle, and I feel like there's a lot of razors I've used in the past that like I'll drop or like it'll slip out of my hand or something while I'm using it, and it doesn't end well.
Yeah, before Flamingo, I had a lot of issues with irritation, redness, like ingrown hair type of thing. So not only do I feel like I shave so much faster with Flamingo, I also get so much less irritation. And also it's one of the first women's razors that I've used in a long time because I wasn't gonna pay double just because the razor was pink, okay? And that is something that bothers me very much. But with Flamingo, they don't do the pink tax.
And that's actually because the women who built Harry's, which you're probably familiar with, found themselves rolling their eyes when they saw that other companies were basically taking men's razors and then shrinking them and making them pink. And they decided to shake things up and make their own.
And their starter set has everything that you could need. It has their Flamingo's original razor, a facial dermaplane razor, which I actually love the Flamingo dermaplane razor. It's a very good size, very sharp. Again, just like doesn't cause irritation. So many dermaplaning razors do cause irritation for me. Their foaming shave gel, which I have been a long time fan of. I used far before I even tried their razor actually. And then a shower holder, which is super convenient because you just put your little razor right on the wall.
That whole kit that Jesse just described is only $7 and shipping is free.
Yeah, it is such a good deal. And to make it even crazier, Flamingo offers a 100% money back guarantee. So there's literally no risk in trying this.
So for a limited time, like I said, our listeners can get Flamingo starter set for only $7 at shopflamingo.com/DWKT. And the set includes the Flamingo original razor, one 5-blade cartridge, a 1-ounce foaming shave gel, and a shower holder.
Yeah, all you have to do to get that is head over to shopflamingo.com/DWKT to claim the offer. And then after you purchase, they're going to ask how you heard about them. And it helps us out a lot if you let them know the Girlies sent you. And thank you so much to Flamingo for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast. But anyway, we actually have quite an interesting topic because it's a follow-up to something that we've already covered. And when we realized that, this really blew our mind. The fact that somebody that we covered for a potential scam, you could say.
Oh, you could say?
I mean, I'm trying not
allegedly,
to get
of course,
sued.
in our opinion.
But this was the wedding bouquet preserver, I guess you can call her.
Where you bring them your wedding bouquet the night of the wedding even,
Exactly.
and they preserve it in resin. So then you have it in like a big like clear block that you put on display. Yeah, no, rarely are there updates to things that interest us so much that we were like actively being like, oh my God, this is crazy.
No, literally. And especially when we realized that it was the same person. Because I remember thinking like, wow, this is oddly similar to that other episode that we covered, which by the way, it's One Day Cherished is the business name. And her name is Kate, I believe. And now she has since privated everything and walked back on everything because she's being called out on, I would say, a larger scale than last time.
I have to imagine that a lot of the people that saw it last time then saw this.
Maybe,
and then we're like,
yeah, the algorithm
oh, hell
probably fed
no,
it
you
to
can't
them.
do this again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically what she does is she preserves flowers in resin. And this was actually her last post from November 5th of 2022. Okay. On One Day Cherish. She's not a very frequent poster, but this is her like unmolding one of her flower things. And like, cool. Do I think this is revolutionary? I don't. God bless. I really don't.
Really. It's not really my thing, but
Not my thing. I think those are like bookends or
I understand
something.
why people would enjoy it. It's sentimental.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
think that
sure.
also other examples, like I've seen some other stuff that she can do. I think like some of her work could be good if she actually did it, you know, on a regular basis.
That's the thing. So if you don't remember our episode, basically what happened was a girl had, I think it was like a family member. She had like gone on her honeymoon or something. Or no, wait, it was for her aunt or something.
The first one that we covered, yeah, I think it was for her
It
aunt.
was like a gift for her aunt. So she had personally brought these flowers to the lady, dropped them off, and she gives a very like specific time window, and you are guaranteed that like, yes, the flowers are going to be preserved. The process takes a while, but like you'll get them after this amount of weeks.
Yeah, and mind you, it's not inconvenient, I would say, but like immediately after your wedding, no, it is fucking inconvenient. You have to take the flowers to her so she could preserve them ASAP so that they could be in the condition from your wedding.
Exactly. And I mean, in that situation, it wasn't her wedding. It was her aunt's wedding. So
Right.
she was doing it as a gift to her aunt. And I don't remember it being like crazy expensive, but it was a lot for, I mean, like, I guess if that's something you like, then it was worth it.
I think it's over $1,000 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh shit. Never mind. I take it back then. I should look back. I felt like the last one though didn't, like the prices have gone up.
Yeah, but well, maybe also if you make like coasters versus like a large ass thing.
True,
You know what
true.
I mean? Could be different.
Anyway, so that time, the girl, it was the niece of the bride, was showing us all the text messages and stuff because she was following up with this lady, being like, hey, can I get a progress update? Like, haven't heard from you in a while. Then eventually it started just being like, yeah, I'll send you a picture when I'm in the studio. And it's like, well, when are you going to be in the studio?
No, but then she would go in the studio and then she'd be like, the lighting is not good in my studio, so I don't know if I should send you those pictures. I really can't. Like, bitch, if you don't send me a progress photo immediately, and then the craziest part is that in that case, she did actually kind of get backed into a corner, so she sent pictures, and it looked like dog shit. Like, it looked so bad. It looked like the flowers had died.
She strung her along for a while first.
Yeah.
And one of her main things, which is going to come up in this story as well, I think it was like because of the tariffs or something, that she couldn't get the resin. That it was like her resin
It's
supplier
always something with her
was
supplier. Yeah, something's always going on.
And with the resin specifically.
Right.
And I remember at the time we were like, isn't there other places you could probably get resin where they like it's already here?
Yeah,
like you
like
don't
Michael's
need to ship it in.
Something.
Yeah, right. And we're like, maybe it's a specific kind of resin. I don't know. I looked up some prices. We'll go over those later.
Mind you, these are not pieces that are like, she's not like resining a chair or like a coffee table.
It's not a coffee table.
No.
Yeah, it's like a block.
Yeah.
So then, like Jessie said, she finally sends the update picture and the girl's like, what the fuck is, like, that's unacceptable. No. And she demands a refund. She ends up trying to get the girl to sign like an NDA or something, I think, and something crazy. I should have looked at this back up beforehand.
We have a little recap actually from our DWKT TikTok. Go check us out on there for some fun shorts, but this was a little recap of it.
It was supposed to look something like this, and this was the result that I still have yet.
Just a like quick juxtaposition of everything. That looks like I mean, genuinely, that did look so fucking bad.
And she brought the flowers a day later. So they were white when she dropped them off and they're supposed to be preserved. Like, what the fuck is that?
I've been more than patient throughout this process, but this is incredibly frustrating. It's now mid-July and you're saying it needs at least another month, nearly 5 months past your own timeline and over $800 paid. I mean, $800 for this
insane.
already, I have my thoughts. But like, to not get it fulfilled and just be like, well, it's coming. Like, I would lose my ever-loving mind. I jumped ahead a little bit and I see the hideous picture of the flowers and the first line of her text is, oh my God.
It's bad.
Oh my God, that looks nothing like what I expected or what we spoke about. Her bouquet was white and those flowers are brown and barely filling the block. Even the pictures on your page show flowers looking a million times better than that. This looks like she kept them in a closet in her studio, stepped on them, and then tried to save it.
Wait, that's actually so funny.
Very funny
because I forgot that you said that.
Yeah, me too.
When I was texting Jessie when we found this new one, is that I can't help but envision people dropping off their or their loved one's flowers. She's all nice to their face and then they leave and she walks over to a closet and tosses them into a giant pile of just dead flowers.
Literally, that's what I picture. I picture a dark, damp cellar of dead flowers and she just chucks them in there right after.
Perhaps even a basement. She like throws them down the stairs.
Somewhere where it just has to fall and be crumbled.
Yeah,
very bad. But then here she actually ends up blaming the customer and she says that basically that's how you drop them off. So I don't know what to tell you. That's what I was given.
Which is insane.
She's very gaslighty, and definitely after this, I mean, I would have assumed, because it did gain some traction, like besides our show, like I feel like people were talking about it, it went semi-viral on TikTok. Like I feel like it was not a secret that this person was not maybe the best person to work with. So I was very surprised to see that this woman, Kiki, actually not only worked with her, but works in some capacity with wedding people. Yeah, and she recommended her to her brides.
But that's the thing is I think that, like you said and showed in that first video of the example, I don't think she's not capable of doing it. I think she just like really drops the ball and like doesn't do it. She
maybe just bites off more than she can chew regularly, perhaps. I do think this time is worse. Maybe because it's a second time. Maybe because of like the circumstances. Like she didn't provide this woman any update or anything like that.
She didn't even get the ugly picture update.
I don't even think she has those flowers. I think those flowers have been long gone. But because it's so bad and it's the second time, I think that's why she's had to like back away from social media because she got so reamed. This has 111,000 likes, so millions of views, and people are not happy.
Never in my life did I think I would come to the internet for help, but here I am. I am a newlywed. My husband and I got married on June 21st of 2025, and I have been fighting with Kate and One Day Cherished ever since. I knew that flower preservation meant a ton to me. My sister-in-law had gotten married in November of 2023, and when she went on her honeymoon and had to leave her bouquet behind, I knew that preserving my bouquet and my florals were something that was really important to me. I had booked with Kate and One Day Cherished on June 22nd, 2024, nearly a year before my wedding. Before I booked a photographer, before I booked a videographer, before I ordered the cake, I preserved the flowers. I paid the deposit to preserve the flowers. That's how much this meant to me. Kate had sent over a contract, said it was 18 to 26 week timeline, kind of gave me the price range and all of that stuff, and everything was good. Except I didn't hear from her again.
That is a crazy
until I reached out
timeline.
the day after my wedding on June 22nd, 2020.
Maybe I'm just like super impatient, and I also am a bad reader. Like, I guess I just don't read things, but I just ordered my couch, and apparently it's a 6 to 8 week wait. I would have never bought it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I would expect that only because furniture always feels
I
like
know.
couches specifically. It's ridiculous. But for that, I'm just like, maybe I'm ignorant and I just don't know what goes into it. I mean, I don't know if Kate fully knows what goes into it too.
Right.
If she keeps doing this. Did she say 16 to 18 weeks?
Yeah,
Like,
my
that's
question
crazy.
is, how do you make sure the flowers still pack the same punch in 16 weeks?
How do you preserve them before putting them in the resin?
I've seen people do it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've seen TikToks of people putting like flowers in silica gel, you know, those little packets that come in like purses and shit.
Oh, that you're not supposed to eat? Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently that preserves it. I think there's other things that like if you dip it and you like leave it in there, it could preserve it without drying it out. But I would imagine the best practice would be like if you have a bride booked and you know which day they're going to drop off their flowers, you plan to resin it that day.
That's what I would think.
Like, let's
Again,
just get
I don't
to
know
it.
the process. Maybe we're stupid and we just don't understand. But like, it feels like
I feel like
16
8
to 18
weeks
weeks
is more
crazy
than
for
enough.
anything.
8 weeks is
And,
crazy already, I
like,
think.
2 weeks, sure, fine. You
They
have
could
a lot of
build a
orders to
car in
fill.
like 3 days. Like, I just can't, you know what I mean? Like, this is too much. How much grace period do we give?
A year from our first encounter together. On that day, she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I dropped the ball. We kind of lost this through the cracks. Can you come in and drop off the flowers and we can talk about what you want? No. I'm on a plane to St. Lucia. My husband and I are going on vacation. I'm not coming in. I went on her Facebook and on her Instagram and kind of knew what I wanted, so I just picked an idea and said, I want this tray, you know, whatever size. My sister-in-law can drop off the flowers. My sister-in-law drops off the flowers the next day. So it's 2 days after my wedding. She drops the flowers off on June 23rd. Kate does follow up with an email a few days later asking for a deposit of $277. So I drop off the flowers and I have to pay the second payment of $277.
Very specific.
So now we're like $450 into this project. Only talked to her a handful of times, but I knew her.
At that point, that's about as much as I would pay for that. That's crazy.
For a tray.
Yeah, I understand resin can be expensive. The thing is, and forgive me if you're a floral preserver, okay? Just
He was
do
like,
forgive
please
me.
chime in the comments if you have
Please.
inside information that you can share about the process.
Although it's artistic and like I've worked with resin on a very small scale with my magnets and stuff. I know it could be finicky. I know you have to make sure there's no air bubbles. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things to assure.
It feels like it's not like an expertise that you need to cultivate for like years.
Well, the thing is that you're not like crafting the flowers, right? Like the art is already made for you. It's a thing that's made. Like, yes, you have to position it in a certain way, but you are not painting those flowers. You know, like I feel like 16 weeks.
As
and
long
like
as you know how to work with resin, you
$1,000
should probably be able to like do it pretty
Like,
easily.
have you seen them do it? Like they just jam it in the mold.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they just like
God
put
bless.
everything there and they pour the resin in. And
Yeah.
then
What's taking all this time? I don't get it. Like, I feel like a week is like, all right, I think we could do it in a
well,
week.
I mean, it's because she's out of resin again.
No, well, she never has fucking resin, ever.
I don't think it ever came in after the first time.
No,
but
I don't think so either.
We grew up in the same town. I knew of her. I was a wedding planner. I had referred her out a few times to a few different brides. I had all the faith in the world. I checked in again a month later, July 21st, asking for a timeline. Shame on me, I shouldn't have, because it was in the first email that she sent and it was in the contract, the 18 to 26 weeks.
Nobody reads the contracts. Let's be so fucking for real. I just bought a house and I don't know what the fuck was in those papers, okay? At all. So come on, girl, no shame.
So that was on me. But she did let me know, sorry if it wasn't clear, it's 18 to 26 weeks, but I am currently behind on orders. My resin
no.
distributor is a bit backed up. But that seems to be clearing up. So I think we'll be in good shape. I'm like, okay, cool.
My resin distributor is clearing up. Elaborate.
Well, that
What
was
does
the thing
mean?
the last time too, though. She acted like there was only one person
Yeah.
that could possibly
Any other
supply this
resin
resin.
will not do.
And that was our issue before is we're like, isn't there somewhere else you can just buy the resin? Like, why are you...
Okay, what I
mean?
will say is not all resin is created equal. I have used different types and some like
There's a
yellow a lot
spectrum.
sooner than other ones. And there's one that I use that's like very expensive, but it's like crystal fucking clear.
But I also can't imagine there aren't multiple people that all supply that same
No, I
nice
agree.
high-level resin. Yeah.
Or at the worst case scenario, like if you normally buy in bulk, but in order to finish a project, you just have to buy a bunch that is like smaller, then you got to do it.
take
Like, you
the
know?
loss.
Yeah.
Then a few days after that email, she sent a second email looking for another payment of $277.
Oh, no.
So now I've paid $750 to this girl, and I have to wait 26 weeks.
You need to
Whatever,
stop
that's
paying.
fine. That's
No
what her
more.
contract says. I will be
26
patient.
weeks is insane.
I emailed her again and followed up October 29th. So 3 months after that email where she told me 18 to 26 weeks and asked for the final payment. So October 29th, she said, I don't have an estimated time for it yet. I am behind on orders. I don't think you'll have it for the holidays. Bummer. But okay, like, I'm a reasonable person. I get it. Things happen. Things get delayed. You know, she's a small business. I understand. Not a problem.
At that point, I would have harassed her for proof of life. Like, where are my flowers?
When was the
Show
wedding?
me. Well, she's posting this now and says it's been 42 weeks. What's the math on something like that?
Because I was going to say, because even 26 weeks being the estimate, that's 6 months.
Oh, no, this literally is 10 weeks shy of a year. Like, where we're
that's
at
insane.
currently. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Before we go any further, we have a word from our last sponsor, First Day.
Most parents are not aware that 50% of kids suffer from hidden hunger, okay? And this can come from picky eating, processed snacks, or even a lack of nutrient-rich soil in the fruits and veggies that they eat. If they do eat fruits and veggies, I mean, lucky you. And if you have a picky eater, you're likely going to experience big emotions, frequent outbursts, trouble concentrating. I definitely have seen those before in my children. And the best way to support their mood and behavior is to give their brain the nutrients it needs for healthy growth and development. And when I tell you I could see a difference when my kids are getting the right vitamins, I mean that genuinely. It is like night and day.
And this is one of the first brands with vitamins specifically designed to fight hidden hunger and nutrient gaps. But in addition to kids, they make clean, science-backed multivitamins for kids, teens, and adults.
And I love that First Day is extremely transparent about what goes into their vitamins. They have no added sugar, no artificial ingredients, no fake dyes, no crushed bones. Did you know they put those in other vitamins? I didn't. Yowza. And with just 2 gummies a day, you're boosting your kids' nutrition, mood, sleep, and health.
And in the vitamin, there's 9 essential vitamins for brain and mood support and a superfood blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies. And speaking of veggies, First Day's multivitamin has more folate than 1.5 cups of spinach and more vitamin B than 5 cups of broccoli.
Good luck trying to get my kids to eat 5 cups of broccoli. Okay, not gonna happen. And I just love that First Day has age-specific daily multivitamins because I was just overwhelmed with shopping for the whole family. Like, does my husband need a different one than me? Obviously, my kids need a different one. It was just like very overwhelming. So the fact that I can get it all in one place and it is so effective and has such great ingredients, I mean, what a win.
And they also have a 45-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it with confidence without having to worry about it.
First Day is clinically absorbable, family safe, actually effective, and for a limited time only, our listeners are getting an insane deal. You can use code DWKT to get up to 57% off at firstday.com.
That's up to 57% off and a free gift with code DWKT at firstday.com. And after you purchase, they're going to ask you how you heard about them, and you're going to say the Girlies sent you.
And thank you so much to First Day for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast.
November goes by, December goes by, January 1st.
She doesn't have those flowers.
I haven't heard anything. She hasn't reached out. I'm like,
They're
you know
in the
what?
closet.
I'm done. I'm all set. We are now 2 weeks past the 26-week mark. We're at 28 weeks from when she said that this was going to be completed. I said, you know what, Kate? Let's just be done. You don't have it. I'm over it. I don't want to fight with you. Like, just give me the money. I'm sick of having to check in. I check my email every single day looking for an update from you. I'm all done. Just give me my money back. She said no. She said, I already ordered product for your product. I already ordered resin for your product.
I'm sorry, aren't you a resin artist? If you don't use it for my fucking product, then use it for someone else. Holy shit. It's just a tray. You're not building a car out of it.
Anyway.
No,
it
literally.
Seems like you need to stock
That
up,
is,
bitch.
bro,
Like, what do
she
you
would
mean?
have hated to have me as a customer. The emails I would have sent.
You guys, there's been brands that didn't pay us immediately, and Jesse would harass them daily.
Harass, capital H.
And that was like, we
Per
know
our
that brands are
contract,
late
give us
on
our
payments
fucking
and
money.
stuff. Yeah. But this, it's like, you need to give her something. Like, and she already gave the deposit and like multiple deposits.
Just in general, just sits so fucking wrong with me when someone just like sends you this email that's just blowing you off. Like, it's literally just like,
when you can
too
tell
bad.
someone is giving you the runaround,
Yes.
and you're like, you're lying. Like,
Yeah.
let's just cut our losses.
Yeah.
Like, give me my money. You don't have to do anything. Because clearly, you haven't done anything.
Exactly. Oh my God. No, I literally, and especially back in the day when I was doing Vines, I said this in an episode, but then it never actually went live because it was our lost episode with Elton Casti. Do you remember when we were covering something with Elton Casti?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I was mentioning how he used to work for some sort of brand thing. Like, I don't know, he got me a brand deal once, and bro, I didn't get paid for a long ass time. And I threatened to sue that motherfucker. I sure did. I was like, the next text you're gonna get from me is gonna be my fucking lawyer. So my check better be in the mail. And guess what? Then it was in the mail. And I got it. Shout out Elton
They
Casti.
always have it usually. They just don't want to give it to you.
Yeah.
This, I don't think she had it. So.
No, but yeah, it's just, I would be very frustrated.
Okay. So I follow up again on January 29th. Another 4 weeks
If I
after
make it
that.
into
So
the
now we're
new
6
year,
weeks
you're
after
coming
the
down
high
with
end
me.
of the time frame that she gave me. No response to that email. She didn't even bother to write back.
Oh.
So I reach out again a week later, February 9th. looking for an update.
At this point, I would have had Lily. I'm a psychopath. I would have had Lily
Track her down.
Yeah, I would have called her. I would have sent a PI
I
to
think
her
based on
home.
the story I already told you, we would have found her. We would have gone.
Oh my God. I love how I acted like I wouldn't have been on that journey with you, but like I would have kind
You
of done
would've.
that. No, yeah, I think I would have done that
The
actually.
adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I think I would have done it.
It's like, we're so close. We can't just leave.
Sorry, didn't see your email from the end of January. I don't know when it's going to be done. There's no estimated completion time. Awesome. I reach out again.
That's because
March
there
15th.
is no completion
So another
time
6
ever.
weeks after that. Okay, 6 weeks.
Oh my God.
I said, you know what? We're nearly a year in. You don't have it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be completed. Give me my money. Just return the flowers, or give me my money, or make the product. Like, you have options.
Flowers are dead,
Return
baby.
the flowers and give me my money back, or make the product.
At that point, like even if I didn't have the flowers, I would have just bought the flowers and recreated it to get out of the hole.
Oh.
They're not like one of a kind. They're probably like
I
white
agree.
roses and shit. Like, you know?
Like in Meet the Parents when they paint the cattail.
I fucking love that movie. Holy shit.
No, it's like, this would have been a much easier swap.
She says no to the refund. So I'm like, okay, well, can I have a picture, like proof that you're
Okay,
working on
here
my
we go.
project? Do you even have my flowers? I don't even know if you have my flowers. You never told me that you got them after my sister dropped them off. I don't know. So can I at least get a picture? She says, due to poor lighting in my studio, no, you can't have a picture.
Right. Makes sense.
You have a TikTok. You have an Instagram. You have a Facebook. Do you work in the dark? I don't care if it's a high quality photo.
No, but literally also, I think you would need pretty good lighting to be like, making resin things.
Yes, like everybody who makes anything and crafting, like my mom makes candles, she has so many lights pouring, and that's not even a light specific thing. Like you just need to see what the fuck you're doing. But then also,
Exactly.
you have an iPhone, turn on your fucking flashlight. I'll take that.
The fact that she even attempted that as
Yeah,
an
the
excuse
low lighting is great.
is actually alarming.
That you have my flowers. She said no. No picture.
Okay.
So then a day goes by and I'm like steaming. I'm so angry. I'm like, I'm going to CC her. I'm going to email her again, CC my lawyer, and say,
let's get legal.
You have 1 month. You have 1 month until April 13th.
She is so generous. I would have given her 24 hours.
She's like, I'm a reasonable person. No, ma'am. Kiki, you are a saint.
You literally
Because
are. No, genuinely.
We would have turned that place upside down.
Oh,
by
I
now.
would have been a raging see you next Tuesday.
To get me my flowers or give me a refund. And that's where we are. It is April 14th. I have not heard back from Kate. We are nearly 40 weeks past. I could have had a baby. I could have grew a whole ass human and popped it out before I got one singular
baby,
tray.
but she didn't have time to make the
preserved flowers
resin
and resin.
tray.
No refund, no pictures, and now she's not answering. So here I am to the internet looking for help. Please help me get a refund. Please help me bring awareness, really, I guess, is, you know what, like $750. Does that suck to lose? Yeah. Am I going to Punta Cana in a few months and I'd love extra $750 to spend? Yeah. But would I hate for this to happen to another bride more than anything? I can imagine
We love the justice.
having a loved one
sensitivity.
pass and taking flowers from their funeral or their wake and giving them to Kate
that's
and never
true.
seeing them again. So spread awareness,
do that?
help me out. We cannot let Kate and One Day Cherish do this to any other people.
I agree, Kiki.
Oh my God. She has such a way with words too. I really like the way she speaks.
Oh, so quick. Yeah.
These are actually some comments from our last episode. So it was like you guys commenting on this topic and this same florist. And Heather says, the resin quote unquote artist could have just called the customer and said, one of the blooms broke. Can I get the name of the florist so I can replace the exact flower? Then just replace the entire thing. That's even smarter. I would have just like sneakily, I mean, if they did die
I
on
was
me.
just gonna say, that's like going by the book. She could have just found, like, I think it would be easy to bring a picture or just
100%.
the actual flower to a florist and be like,
100%.
hey, I need to match this exactly.
Oh my God. One girlie
Oh, yes.
commented, finally my moment. I'm a resin artist. Perfect.
We've been looking for you.
It says, depending on the artist's situation, they may get wholesale pricing from their preferred brand, and that could have been what they meant by delays. If they ordered directly from the supplier, that could have resulted in the delays, as opposed to lower volume artists like me who order from Amazon a few gallons at a time. But like, that's where I get to like, okay, just order it, like do an emergency
Yeah,
order.
spend the extra
You have
because you
to.
fucked up the schedule. Yeah.
Especially for flower preservation, which usually takes deep pour, which has longer cure times and still requires multiple layers to keep from flash curing. That could be what they mean by it still takes a significant time to finish the piece. With the flowers, they have to be dried out completely before placed in the resin. Oh, so there goes my same day little theory there. Or the chemical reaction of the resin will rot them and it will look even worse. I'm not a flower preservation artist, so I'm not experienced with white flowers and whether or not they always discolor during the drying out process. But even if that always happens to white flowers, there are ways to try and preserve / restore the colors with alcohol inks, mica powders, etc. It says, all that said, the way the communication was handled was absolutely ridiculous on the artist's part. Your customer has no idea about the preservation or resin process. Well, to be fair, I don't think this girl does either. I don't think Kate does. Like, yes, obviously she's done it, and I'm not saying she doesn't know how to do it, but the fact that this has happened multiple times, I have to like call bullshit on just like her in general as an artist. And I also am very sorry for insinuating. I feel bad now that I'm thinking of like a girly resin artist who's like a specific flower preservationist, and I'm like, it's easy peasy. You know what I mean? Like, I am sorry.
No, but that was why I was saying, like, I'm sure we are ignorant to the process and we just don't understand. But
I love
at the
you
same
and your
time,
business, okay?
I would like you to chime in and tell us though, is 26 weeks a reasonable time window?
That does seem
because
insane.
that does seem just crazy.
We actually might have an answer to your question though, because this comment says that they've worked with resin and they think the $800 price tag would be worth it if it was done within a month, including shipping, and done like the photo that was like of her work.
Okay.
It says resin is expensive and hard to do in large amounts without the resin causing a heat runaway cycle that will cause the resin to bubble. Might I add, in working with very, very small amounts of resin for my magnets, it is extremely toxic. Like, you are absolutely subjecting yourself, like even with PPE, like no, PPE will protect you. You have to make sure your gas mask has like regularly changed filters, and like it is very, very, like, it's dangerous. You can't touch it. And just in general, I do think it's like just kind of high stakes a little bit. So I maybe that adds to the price as well.
It seems like you'd have to really love doing it if you're going to do it all the time and do it for all of these brides and have all of these orders that you're going to then be falling behind on.
Yeah, but basically all of the comments all agree that the owner, Kate, One Day Cherish, needed to be more transparent. She needed to have a better communication, but I feel like whatever things she's doing behind the scenes, throwing them in a closet or messing up or whatever, I think that genuinely that is why she's not communicating. I think there is something sketchy or incompetent, or I'm not sure what, that is preventing her from being transparent. I feel like she can't be, because if she did,
yeah, I just can't tell if it's like a logistical issue or a skill issue. Right. But scroll up, because this person had a theory. It says, I can't speak on the flowers drying / preservation, but it seems like she messed up the casting after months of ignoring the flowers in the closet, of course. I don't know why she's leaving the studio for a week when you should do the resin layers soon after to avoid lines for the layers of different resin pores. It looks like she didn't use quality resin, which definitely didn't help, but it also means she didn't spend more than $100 on materials. The owner needed to be more honest and eat the lost money for how bad she messed up. I could see tariffs causing problems, but not for that many months.
No, yeah. I feel like every excuse she says, it's like, that just doesn't make any fucking sense. Someone else named Shayna commented on Kiki's TikTok and said, she did the same thing to me in 2022. Took forever to get back. And the main piece I had done was my bridal bouquet in a shadow box, not even in resin. Oh my God. So this is just drying it out and like putting it in a frame.
So this isn't even, oh, the resin hasn't come in. Sorry, we're running behind.
She's just chucking them all. Oh my God. There was like 100 bugs in sealed shadow box, and she blamed me for them.
What do you mean?
She boxed
Why would it be her fault? Even if they dropped off the flowers and there were bugs in them, clean them off. Figure it out.
I didn't make the box. Why is it my fault? Oh my God. And then she shows picture evidence. Here's the bugs. One of the many photos I sent her. This is what I received. I'm not joking. That looks like Amelie. Like,
no
Amelie went in the backyard,
but
picked some flowers, and we're like, let's put it in this frame. And then it got a bunch of bugs because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. We're like, oh, it's beautiful, honey.
Oh my God. Okay. So then
shut up.
Kiki does this like little viral trending sound and shows that Kate posted. This is no longer up, but she posted this video, and on screen it says, when there's a video going around TikTok about what a terrible person you are, and you're just living life with her venti Starbucks latte. You bitch.
Should have used that money for the resin.
No, literally. She says in the caption, do you enjoy being mean, or all I want is my flowers? That's what Kiki said. And I mean, genuinely, like, I understand you're being reamed and maybe that doesn't feel very good right now, but you are legitimately, like, I feel like people have legitimate reason to believe you are scamming people. I mean, and this isn't just people who have come out on TikTok. I mean, this is our second story we cover on our channel. There's comments, there's people that are customers that have given you their hard-earned money and they feel very unsatisfied with your work and you don't give a flying fuck. That is the biggest thing of a business, especially small businesses, where it's like, you would hope that that line of communication is open with them. You know what I mean? Like big corporations, I feel like people get like slighted all the time and you're like, fuck this. And that's why you don't want to shop them. But somebody that you like have that trust with, you go to their fucking studio, you drop off your flowers.
And she's from the same hometown as her. And, like recommended her.
Yeah. Now Kiki before this was not much of a TikToker, which is really interesting to me.
She should be.
Yeah, she's very like charismatic, and it must be because she was a wedding planner and just like dealt with people all the time and stuff. But despite not being a TikToker, she did give us a bit of an update, which I do appreciate.
Wow, the internet is a crazy place because I asked for help and you guys helped. You guys have been very kind and supportive, and I am so appreciative of everything that you guys are helping me with. It means the world. She shut down her Facebook and she shut down her Instagram, and it seems like she shut down her website and she put permanently closed on Google. So hopefully she doesn't take any more orders. But I want to make it clear, I am not here to ruin her life. I don't want to put her on blast. I just want her to stop ruining memories for people. What she has are very personal, sentimental items that people are trusting her with, and she's ruining them. So first and foremost, I don't want to ruin her life. I just want her to stop. And two, I'm not confrontational. I'm not going to go down to her shop and slide up and knock on the door and do all the crazy things that you guys are threatening for me to do. I don't want to do any of that. I am a very reasonable and understanding and patient person. I am just going to do things the right way, do things silently. Well, I guess not silently because I'm here on TikTok, but this is a nice way for me to connect and kind of get my frustrations out. And I have connected with so many people that have experienced the same thing or experiencing the same thing. There's like 3 other brides that reach out to me. They're like, oh my God, she's doing the same thing to me right now. It's insane.
Diabolical.
So I'm glad I'm spreading awareness and I'm getting my frustrations out. So let's get into what Kate said to me yesterday.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's get
Finally, she had ghosted her up until now, right?
Yes, literally. Like, I think the only reason she got a response was because she made those fucking TikToks. This is so bizarre. Oh my God.
Katie, as mentioned, your order is just not done at this time.
Yeah, no shit.
The contract does state the time frames are estimated and subject to be changed and adjusted. I've done my absolute best keeping you in the loop, as nothing is wrong, and my only dilemma is that I'm behind on orders. I understand your patience is limited, though. I have zero intentions other than getting your order back to you once complete. When's that going to be, Kate? Next year? 2 years? 5 years from now?
If somebody that I paid money to and ghosted me until I reamed them on the internet sent me an email saying, I understand your patience is limited, though. There is no
I don't think you do.
Limitless patience. Like, this is a customer. She paid you and you owe her something. I don't owe you unlimited patience. Get the fuck over yourself. I would lose it. Oh my God.
That she already said, it's like, you're behind on orders? Cool. Here's one less order to worry about. Just give me my money back.
Literally. Oh, but she already ordered the resin. Use it on the orders you're so behind on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning, and basically, this is before she saw the TikTok, I think.
Oh.
And you'll see why I say that.
Oh, is it?
She just confirms that the order is not done and that her
That's
contract does say that the time frames are estimated to be subject to change and they can be adjusted. To me, subject to change, like maybe a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
Or even if she had like a hard date, I'd be okay. But this like undetermined amount of time where she's delaying it is just not right to me. So that's what I said in my response. I said, given the original 18 to 26 week timeline has been significantly exceeded and you haven't given it to me at all, you have no updates. And when I told you the April 13th deadline last month, you still didn't meet it. I'm out of patience.
I'm so dead. The literal sentence says, I am now without patience. Like, yeah, literally I have none left. Sorry.
And I'm just, again, as for proof of life, I need to see my flowers. I need to know that you have them. Now, this is her response. Again, that same day, a little later in the morning, before she posted on her personal page that video that I posted of her sipping the Starbucks saying that she doesn't care that I'm upset. And she's just like saying she's confused about where the April 13th timeline came from. She's hesitant because she doesn't want to upset me, I guess. I don't know. Because the poor lighting is going to make the greenery and the flowers not look as colorful. And then she's like, I'm not sure why posting a video is helpful. Maybe because I've connected with thousands of people that are justifying the fact that what I'm saying is right and what she's saying is wrong. I've connected with 3 other brides that are currently going through things with her right now, and a handful of others that have had issues with her in the past.
This email is truly fucking bizarre. Like, beyond the coloring shit.
Yeah. She goes, I'm not sure what help posting a video is or will be, as we have gone back and forth from the start with mutual understanding. I don't think it's been mutual, ma'am. With the time frame extended, I really do understand your concern, though. With the small town support referenced in such a tiny community, I'm confused as to why this is where we are currently at.
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? With the small town support?
I think she means, like, since it's gone viral and they're from, like, a small town, that she's, like, getting attacked or something. Okay. I am one person doing my best to run a business with multiple clients and orders ongoing. Yeah, then you take on less clients, because this seems to be a repeat issue for you, Kate.
This is so fucking disingenuous when you're posting with your stupid latte and, like, being a bitch. I just genuinely don't believe you.
You're just living your life. Maybe you should be doing your job.
Like, this is just insane. So my next step is with my lawyer. In order to file small claims court, you have to submit a 93A file. It's like a determination letter or something. I don't really know. But we have to send this letter to her, and it's basically just saying, like, you're wrong. You need to send me my money back. Mm-hmm. She has 30 days to answer that. And if she doesn't answer it in the 30 days, then we can file in small claims court. So I'll keep you guys posted on what happens next.
Small claims court is notoriously less shitty and annoying. So I do hope that goes well.
Get her ass.
Yeah, I hope she gets her ass, because genuinely, especially with her track record, I just do not see how it's not just her being malicious. That's my opinion, of course. But I just feel like all the evidence points to that. I feel like she has just fucked over so many people, and it's time to really shake it up with a new business model, or just cancel.
Yeah, I was like, whether it's malicious or just like irresponsible and careless, it's just like she's not running her business.
Cut out for this.
No, she's not.
But anyway, that's where we are today. We will certainly catch up with Kiki in the future, or probably Kate. I feel like at this point, maybe in a year, we'll see her again with a new client. That
she resurfaces with a new name for her. What's it called?
One day cherished.
1 year cherished.
Yeah. Oh my God. What a fucking mess. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Shall we do a We Love the Internet to wrap this up?
Yeah. Hopefully my Coachella story was a worthy second topic.
Oh, no. Yeah. Come on. That was great. Were you a Cheetah Girls fan?
I obviously knew what it was. And we actually had an inside joke with some of my friends that we called ourselves the Cheetah Girls. But that was also mostly because there was a girl that was on, I don't know if she was in the Cheetah Girls or a few episodes of That's So Raven. She was the brother's girlfriend. She went to our high school and was on our basketball team. I don't know. That wasn't much of a story. But I didn't really watch. I don't know the songs.
Cheetah Girl.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, check this out. That I thought was just really like amazing how this person's brain works and how this just like came to them in public. I really love that.
Thank you, Barcelona, for teaching me that not everybody's path is the same. But if you find people that will take the journey with you, they are your true amigas cheetahs.
Did you ever see the movie?
No.
Oh, well, now you gotta look up Raven's hat in that.
Did Raven, I was just gonna say, I'm assuming Raven wore a hat similar to this melted hat. Heater.
Yeah, and people make so much fun of it, but also like her hair is like above the hat. It's very funny. And the fact that they
that's good.
You know, kind of envisioned it. I thought that was clever.
No, I do like that.
They are your true amigas cheetahs. That movie was so everything about the Cheetah Girls and just that era. So cheesy, but you know, so nostalgic.
Disney and Nickelodeon at that time. Absolutely. This is a dog. His handle is, his owner made it, obviously, but Fine Boy Mickey. He looks like he's smiling at all times.
Oh my God, he really does. Holy shit.
I would die for him.
Oh, is he overweight? Is he okay?
Probably, maybe a little.
Maybe step with the treats. They just gave him a treat as I'm watching this. Maybe we need to.
He's big.
God bless.
He's big
I just feel so bad. I just feel so bad for overweight dogs.
But look at his little smile.
I know, he is so fucking cute. I just hope
his tongue is like split.
He's doing all right.
Actually, and I'll leave you with one more picture. My dog sitter sent me quite a few. Here's one of him smiling. He took a little while to warm up to her, but then they were friends by the end. One of him smiling, and then one is just a close-up of his nose.
Oh my, why does he look so terrified? Oh, but then yeah, he was happy in the end. Love that.
He's so cute.
Well, anyway, guys, if you made it to the end, we appreciate you very much, but that is all we've got for you. And as always, we hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Bye.
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Fuck. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a long while.
And I swear this past one, it was a one-time thing. It was a mistake. I forgot to send the footage.
Right.
I'm sorry.
See you Tuesday.
Wednesday won't be normal. Tuesday.
Bye.
Anyway, bye. Cheers.